Okay, good morning, and thank you very much for having me here. It's a real honor, and it's a zchut for me. There's a question now that at this time, as the war started, there's a huge amount of chazara b'tshuva in Eretz Yisrael, especially. Many people start being mechazek in tefillin and mezuzot. Soldiers are getting now by the thousands tefillin. Soldiers that were not wearing tefillin up to now, now they're being mechazek and therefore they want tefillin, they're willing to wear them. And people are donating right and left. Tefillin are now becoming a very popular dvar mitzvah in Eretz Yisrael to buy for the soldiers. The question comes whether a person is allowed to use Maaser, money, in order to buy those tefillin for these soldiers. And really, when you take a look at Rav Moshe Feinstein, he writes in the Igrot Moshe that one is not allowed to use Maaser to buy mitzvot for others. Maaser is meant for tzedakah as charity for food, drink, clothing. This is what he writes Maaser is meant for. And this is based on the Rema that brings the same idea that Maaser is to benefit somebody in clothing, in food, in drinks, and so on, but not in mitzvot. The truth is that the Shach and the Taz over there in Ilchot Tzedakah bring that it became and they established that halacha that it became such a minhag to buy sefarim and to write on the sefarim that it was bought with kaspei maaser and to borrow them to others. From here you can learn that there is a machloket about this, and really the Chafetz Chaim writes that one is allowed to use maaser. This is how he brings in Avat Chesed. One is allowed to use maaser money in order to buy others mitzvot so they can use them. Of course, if the other person can't afford it himself, he's a soldier in the army, usually they don't have the means to buy them themselves. Second question that we like to address is a very relevant question. These questions that we received more than one time. A question of a person that wants to donate tefillin for the soldier, but he doesn't know what he should do. Should he get him a very mehudar one, or should he get him basic? And really the question comes down to whether a person should buy a mehudar tefillin for one soldier, or should he better buy two basic tefillin, not mehudar, for two soldiers. What's better? So that we can learn from Ilchot Chanukah. In Ilchot Chanukah there's a din that we light more than one candle on the second night. On the third night we light me'adrin mina me'adrin. We go and light according to the day of Chanukah, and we continue. Mosif ve'olech. Says the Magen Avraham that if a person has these hidur candles, but his friend doesn't have the basic candle, he doesn't even have one to be mekayem the mitzvah, so the correct way to approach this is to give your friend your hidur candle so he could be mekayem the basic mitzvah. You see that it's more important to spread out the mitzvah, basic mitzvah, to others than to be mekayem a hidur. Obviously, this would apply also here, where you have a person that could afford buying one meudar tefillin to one person, or two basic tefillin. Of course, it's better that two should be mekayem the mitzvah. Of course, we're dealing with lechatchila tefillin because a person is mekayem, just like a person is mekayem the mitzvah of lechatchila in the candles. The mitzvah should be lechatchila, but he could let go of the hidur aspect in order to be mezakeh more people. Chazak Baruch.